most girls are objective, or do you think they think they're hotter than they are? Or do they underrate themselves?
Personally, I think it depends on the person because, hi everyone, I'm not skinny. So growing up, I was never the beauty standard for anyone. So like all my friends were getting chatted up by people, blah, 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 blah. And I was just the other one, you know? So like I never really thought of myself as an attractive person. Like I would never call myself anything more than a 4. Now, like I don't really care about what anyone thinks about me. Like I've grown into myself and I'm comfortable with who I am now, that like even if you guys call me delusional or whatever, I think I'm maybe not a 10, let's not go that far, but like definitely an 8 per like definitely an 8.
Hell no. To the no.
Whether you guys think I am or not,
That's got nothing to do with her.
Yeah.
What is it that took you from a 4 to an 8? Takes you
loving
from a 4
myself
to an
and looking in the mirror and not being disgusted at what I see.
8? I understand that, yeah.
So
First off, welcome to the Tip Network, where we help you level up self-improvement and
A little sprinkle of sarcasm.
And the fact that she said she had to grow into herself, that's all I gotta say. I'm not gonna say it go any further than that. But she grew into
All right, so
and another thing is she wanted to stand out because you've noticed everyone else was blending into the background, but she's got her like purple, magenta looking colored pants out, rose colored glasses, literally rose colored glasses. So she's trying to stand out to begin with. To make up for other deficiencies.
Well, I mean, it's fine. Like, look, I know a lot of folks who are big. I was 100 pounds heavier before. I can honestly say that it's being big 99% of the time is a personal choice.
Yeah.
It's a personal choice being obese 99% of the time. And it's a personal choice not to work on it, regardless of how big you are 99% of the time. Like, if you have a physical problem or a medical problem, okay, right? But if you don't and you're able, you know, like even if you can't afford a gym membership, you could take a walk. Like you could take a walk every night. You can do jumping
some burpees.
I mean, you could take a
air squats.
You could take a 2 mile walk every day and take care of yourself. But let's talk about the real issue here is the delusion. The delusion that because I feel like something, that it's that way.
Well, I mean,
and that's the problem.
She called herself a 4.
Yeah, and then she went to an 8 because she feels better about herself.
So where's she trying to say she's a 4? Because if I'm thinking about the total package.
I don't want to hold on. You know what it's time for? You know what it's
the
time for?
Patrice O'Neal scale. Here we go.
1 to 30. So
0.
where would you honestly give her a 0 to 30?
All right, I can't even see her face because it's too far away. It's just too far away. So if we're gonna go purely on her body, she's it's probably like at a 3 or 4.
3 out of 30.
3 out of 30, yeah.
Okay, I would say 3 out of 30.
3 out of 30. So,
how about, do you think she gets any points for her personality?
Thus far in that clip, from what I can judge from the small amount of data we have, 13 out of 30. The reason why, because the delusion took it all the way down, but that's all I know about her, is the delusional part of her thinking that she's in it.
I'll say this, right?
Okay.
I'll say that I think 3 out of 30, I mean, if we're going to say it, it's accurate, right? It's accurate because she can actually work on a lot of that stuff. She can do a lot of that stuff.
And you can tell from her skin, it actually looks tight from
she can change her lifestyle if she wants to. So it's a choice. And we have to stop pretending like choices
don't exist,
and we have to stop
abdicating all sorts of responsibility
to other people or other things. She has a responsibility to her health. And you know what? A lot of people are going to say, well, there's plenty of big people who are healthy, and I'm going to tell you that you're lying to yourselves. You're lying to yourself.
You can't cherry pick studies to say that you are healthy. The fact is that when you have too much accumulated fat around your internal organs, that causes stress to your internal organs, and what keeps you alive? Your internal organs.
I mean, it's just like saying,
which is heart, spleen, kidney, pancreas, lungs. Anyway,
it's just like someone saying like, hey, I don't drink water. I hate water. I don't drink water, but I'm fine. No, you're dehydrated.
You're dehydrated
and you're not fine. And being dehydrated, not having enough water in your system is horrible.
Considering that we are basically water bags.
Exactly.
Walking on land.
You know, so when I look at her and I say, listen, you're a big girl, but you're delusional. You're delusional if you think that you're an 8 or on a Patrice O'Neal scale, that would actually be like in the top 10.
Like 20.
So that would be like 20 out of 21, 22, right? Yeah. You're delusional if you think you're that way. If you're not, it's just not right. You know, and then coming up with the absolute and utter bullshit that because you feel better about yourself that everybody else hasn't accepted. Because understand, a rating is what people put on you. Men are rated all the time. We're rated all the time. We're rated for our income. We're rated for our looks. We're rated all the time. And you know what? We just accept it.
We're rated for our status because if you're a plumber and you got a high income, well, you're still rated poorly because you're a plumber.
Still a plumber.
But even though you're making over $100,000 a year and you have your own business, I don't understand.
How many times have you seen women say, "Oh, no, but he's just a plumber," and I'm like, "This guy makes $150,000 a year." Oh, he's just a police officer. So no, it's different. Like some people love uniforms, but if they don't love a uniform, they're like, nah, you know, especially in the Bay Area, they're like, "Oh, he's just a police officer." You know, my man works in tech, and I'm like, "Yeah, this police officer is making $175,000 a year. Your man
with a pension.
Your man makes $92,000 a year.
And his job on a chopping block every quarter.
Has 4 roommates every quarter. If he doesn't get his bonus, he's gonna make $60,000. And you're gonna sit here, you're gonna talk crazy about him. And I know I work in tech. I understand how it is, right? You know, luckily luckily my performance isn't sales based. My performance is operations based, which means that kind of secure. But it's just a weird situation that you cannot accept this, and I'm so tired of people saying societal norms, and that's it. I'm absolutely tired of it because you live in society, and so you thinking that you're bucking societal norms, but you don't want to buck societal. Well, you want to buck societal norms? Okay, then live without electricity. That's a societal
or running
norm.
water. Live without
That's
running
a societal
water.
norm that you live in. What about makeup? No makeup. That's a society norm that women can wear makeup or men can wear makeup. I mean,
it gets to a point where like people like her will be like, "Oh, you just accept me for my own smell."
Yeah.
I haven't showered in 5 days. Accept me for my smell.
Accept me for my rank ass smell. So it's just ridiculous. So look,
I smell like bunny nuts. Smell like bunny nuts. What was the other one about pit bull puppies?
Smelling like aborted pit bull puppies, dude. Booty and cheddar.
Oh, booty and cheddar cheese.
Ass and Asiago.
From under cheese. From under cheese.
Smell like dingleberry and rotten donuts.
Right now it's a rotten donut. Oh my god. So anyway, shout out to JustPearlyThings.
All right, let's spin this clip a little longer because that's hella mean and we were being mean to her. She's
I mean, we were being
I'm sure she's a lovely person. Let's see what else we got.
Necessarily being objective about how other people view you. Isn't that what a rating really is?
Like if I rated myself 1 to 10, I give myself a 5. I think I'm normal looking. And I just think it's based on my results. I think if I was an 8, 9, or 10, I would have had modeling contracts.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you know, Pearl says.
I think we all have an understanding of the baseline when there's a rating scale. It's on looks. Right?
Yeah.
I personally would like to have looks and personality and mindset all together, but yeah, okay.
And I'm so tired of people trying to act.
And
like,
Pearl, you're fine, by the way. Just saying.
Shoot
him my shot.
Shoot him my shot. Shoot your shot at Pearl. I think she's like 6'1" or something, dude.
I like Amazons.
I
love Amazonians.
6'1" ginger.
That's fine.
Or 5'11" ginger. Yeah.
So what were you saying?
I don't know. I got distracted.
You got distracted.
I got distracted. Like, I'm fine. You know,
I climbed the vine.
Over here like a damn pit bull with the lipstick out, looking at Pearl. Jesus Christ. But yeah, okay. So Pearl, ScottT. All right, there we go.
They get modeling contracts.
What is beauty?
So what is beauty? I mean, there's a lot of things like.
Okay, so and I'm sick of this.
What?
This is the thing I'm sick of, and that's why I wanted to go there. She said top 20% of beauty to get modeling contracts, and she says, "What is beauty?" Like, stop. You know what the definitions of words are. Stop changing the definition of words.
Wait, who said that?
That Lizzo side said it. Stop changing the definition of words. Cut it out.
Lizzo get no break.
Cut it out. Like you said beauty, right? Then you said, what is beauty? Then first of all, you said, I don't want to conform to beautiful beauty standards or societal norms of what beauty is. Then you got to turn around and say, what is beauty? Listen, if you had to say all of that, you know you're not beautiful. All right, let's define what beauty is. Beauty is the ability to procreate and bring your genetics, your DNA, to the next generation. Beauty is... So if we're going to follow those guidelines of what your beauty is to attract the opposite mate, she would be in a world of hurt. Yeah. And she wouldn't be able to pass her genes on to the next generation. Yeah. Because men will not...
will not lower their own standards, their own innate instinctual standards to want to go mate. Like there might be a guy here or there, but then that lady, she has to settle too, right?
Dude, and you know what?
She's got to settle.
It's really funny because there's a comment here. There's a comment here that is hella funny, and I was hoping to find it. But what the comment said was that I guarantee that there's a man who is attracted to her. There's a man who's attracted to her, and she wants nothing to do with him.
And that goes back to it. Yeah. Like actually, my real messaging is you should why do we gotta change the word settle? You should pick the person that you're most compatible with, from a physical attraction standpoint, down to personality, down to values and culture.
Stay in your lane.
Yeah.
All right, because the only thing you're gonna do is go chasing waterfall. Don't go chasing waterfalls. Stick to them dicks and balls you used to. That's what you should say. You go sit here. You go turn around. And you go chase. You go chase Chattington to Chad. And what Chad's gonna do is one night he's gonna be like, well, I'm drinking too much. He's gonna look at your big butt. And he's gonna feel like, all right, let me slap it around. He's gonna slap it around, and then you're gonna think because you let Chad smash with no obligation, and he doesn't care that you're on his level. And what Chad's gonna say is, dude, I'm not even proud of running through that. I just ran through it one night and go on about his business.
But here, if we were reverse the genders right here, right? Like, I can know situations, or I know particular circumstances. Like for myself, I will not try to clap it up with a girl I'm not attracted to. I wouldn't, right? So now if I'm switched over my gender into a female and a male were to
no one believes you, Scott, you're a hoe. No one believes you.
But what I'm trying to say is, the thing is, if we were to flip the genders around, then it would be like I'm forcing myself onto someone else.
Yeah.
Right? Now it's like, instead of it being, you want me to accept you for who you are and to procreate with you, but then that's against my will. So if the situations were reversed, we know this would be controversial, that I would get in trouble for it, that it would not be right. So I have to lower my standards to give it to you.
Yeah. Well,
so I'm forced to accept you for who you are, and I have to give my sexuality to you because of that.
Wow. Well, here's what I say.
It sounds wrong, because if we were to switch the genders, it would sound really wrong.
Well, I want to quote the great Patrice O'Neal, the elephant in the room, when he said, "Listen, man. You know that when you walk around and every man wants to have sex with you, right?" And she said, yeah. He says, but every man's not sexable. She says, yes. And he says, well, a lot of women want to love, but every woman's not lovable. But she's not lovable. And to most men, she's not sexable. And the truth is that the man that she probably is sexable to, she probably doesn't want him. She probably doesn't want him, because that's the delusion that comes in with people. Folks who are, even though that, and I got a picture that I'm going to show here. That I'll attach, and so we can see it. Folks who, women who are at 4s or 3s or 4s, still think that they want the fantasy, and even though they're a big girl, and even though like they think that they deserve the fantasy, and they want to 8. And then sometimes big girls even say stuff like, well, look, man, I can't submit to a guy unless he has $200,000 a year, or if he proves to me that he's worthy, I'll submit to him. And it's like, hold on a second. You're never going to submit to a guy. You're going to be single for the rest of your life. So just deal with it. If you don't want a relationship, just say you don't want a relationship, because you're not going to respect the guy, ladies, that you can run over. You're not going to respect him. The guy that you can run over, the guy that you can tell what to do, and he's going to want to do it. And know what you're going to do? You're going to save him and put him on the shelf. And maybe when you're 45 and it's all over, and maybe you have 2 or 3 kids, you're going to run to him to help you raise those kids. But the guy you really want, he's not going to get with you, and he's just going to run through you in a couple of bars in a couple of nights.
The guy you want was trying to put the plan B on you anyway. Yeah. And then you got to run to your plan C.
Yeah, the guy.
So your plan A was making you a.
Yeah. So I mean, and all of this hardship would be avoided if you just realize that it's not settling. If you're an average woman, if you're a below average woman, it's not settling for an average or a below average man, or average or below average earner. The great Kevin Samuels, rest in peace, said in one of his last shows, he had a woman who told her she was a 5, and he says, well, why don't you just get a man making $50,000 a year? She says, I gotta settle for $50,000. He's like, you're a 5. You admitted it. Yes, you gotta settle. Why are you settling if you're average?
So the guy is turned into a pocketbook.
Yes.
There's no other defining characteristics or features about him but how much he makes.
That's what.
I mean, that's pretty messed up, right?
Yeah, but that's the way. But you notice.
So now guys should be even more. We have the choice to say that when we want to get into a relationship or not.
Actually, right? We hold the pathway to commitment. We hold the pathway to commitment. Women hold the pathway to sex. And so guess what? If you're going to reduce me to a wallet book, and that happens in a lot of cases, not all cases, ladies, and when you find someone who doesn't reduce you to a wallet book, someone who wants to work with you, somebody who understands that you're providing and provisioning, but they want to help you build something, you get with them. And that's what I did, right? But in all those other situations, I would look at women and I say, you've reduced me to a wallet book. You reduced me to what I can do for you. You've reduced me to the fun that you can have with me, monetarily or otherwise. What makes you think I'm going to commit to you? What are you giving me to commit to if I'm taking all the risk and the responsibility? Yeah. And that's what happens here. So I'm sorry, sweetheart. When you go around and you say that you're an 8, when you're a 4, and then you're expecting in your mind to get men or 8 or 9, so you can feel better about yourself, and you're not going to get them. So that's the way the world crumbles.
Well, I think it is the one word that you can put into this is actually 2 words, is being more self-aware. Guys have to be more self-aware, and ladies have to be more self-aware. Ladies have to be more self-aware, meaning they have to judge themselves objectively by external factors and realize that they can only get a certain level of guy. A guy has to be able to objectively answer those similar questions too. But guys also need to be more objective nowadays, realizing that we are being looked at by our pocketbook, by how much we make. Now we also have to look at our status. What is this girl's intentions for us? How is she going to respond to us? If we tell her that we work at a trades job, is she going to look down on us? If she's going to look down on you because you work at a trades job, the job that built America, the job that's hardest to automate, you gotta have
a job that you can get with zero debt. You could go so you could
be part of a union.
You can make that $150,000, $160,000, $170,000 a year with zero debt. And this person goes with making $150,000 a year with $100,000 worth of debt. And you're trying to figure out who you should get with. It's just ridiculous. It doesn't make sense.
So if you happen to be a guy that's that or wanting to go into trade school, remember, some of these girls, you figure out what their intentions are, and all they're really good for is what?
Booty clapping sounds! Man, they gonna hate us.
And move it on.
All right.
Hey, do art and war, right? All is fair in love and war.
Yeah.
Ladies, please treat the guys nicer. They're out here, they do want to get committed. They ain't just trying to run through the dog pound.
God, there's so much to talk about this, but you know what? I want to give a shout out to JustPearlyThings. Great content as of late. I'm a huge fan.
What did I tell you? We should have got her on here before she blew up. I knew it. I knew she was gonna blow up.
Well, I know.
I knew you were gonna blow up too.
It's like when we reached out, she was down too. But then it was like, now I look at her, I'm like, damn,
we missed the shot.
Like,
so that's why I had to shoot my shot. And I hit you up in the DM. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Creepy. Okay. Maybe it's not creepy. Scott, we're gonna need you to go on a mission.
We're gonna need you on a mission.
Pearl's gonna be like, you idiots. Never talking to you guys again.
All right, we're creepy.
All right. As always, like and subscribe. Hit the notification bells all the way.
Yep. And where can they follow you at?
You can follow me at I am Gorilla1 on the gram, and you can follow this guy at
ScottT.
And you can follow the TIP Network on all social media networks.
Combined, consolidated on all social media networks.
At TIP Networks. And of course, you could join the TIPTube. And if you join the TIPTube and hit us up on one of the social media networks, we find that we're going to send you back a personal greeting message.
Yep. And maybe some of your suggestions will come into the video.
We'll definitely use some of your suggestions.
With our TIPTube memberships.
We've had suggestions for a paternity court. We've had suggestions for 90 Day Fiance, and we've done all of the suggestions. We had a suggestion for Kevin Samuels, one of the clips. We've done them all. So thank you very much for your time, your patience, and rocking with us. And ask yourself one burning question:
are you self-aware?
That's the burning question.
Yeah. No.
Ask yourself one burning question. He's like, Pearl, can I hit you in the DM? Can you handle the tip?
We out.
Boom, booty in your face.
Yeah.
This is the Happiness Podcast. I'm Grover.
Oh, yeah, it's my turn. I'm Scotty.
This motherfucker right here, boy. Leave your comments and like and subscribe on YouTube. Booty in your face. We found true happiness.